The west coast of Mexico at the close of the 19th century. An unassuming spot with an auspicious name, Topolobampo, with a climate milder than anywhere else. Plains as fertile as the Garden of Eden. And in the mountains, untold riches. The perfect place to make a utopia come true. A life of freedom and equality for all.
Hello guys, and thanks for joining me for another episode again on the channel. Today joining me for Chapter 1, Mission number 4 in our campaign Let's Play series of Transport Feeder 2. So let's jump into it.
You have just bought a patch of land from the Mexican government. Here, your vision is supposed to become a reality. A free and fair society. Together with a few like-minded people, you are going to build the city of the future in Topolobampo. It shouldn't be all that difficult, since you've already built several railway lines, successfully. Welcome to the City of Dreams. You set out to come here in order to establish a society where no one has to suffer hardship. Everything will belong to everyone and be available in abundance. Large numbers of men and women want to join you, with permission to build their dwellings precisely according to their ideas. Start off by obtaining the necessary material. Excellent raw materials can be found in the surrounding area. All you need to do is get them into town.
Okay guys, so welcome to the west coast of Mexico. 1885 in the town of Topolobampo. Let's see what this mission has to offer. So we need to deliver some logs into Topolobampo. So let's first have a look at where in Topolobampo wants these logs. So it looks like it's the bottom end of the town here. So if we get a truck stop in this area, covers all of that. We've got some logs over here, so I think to start off with, we'll just go with a road connection. Hopefully that'll connect us nice and easily around to there. We can fit a little truck stop in. We're going to need a road depot as always, so we'll stick that here so the trucks don't have too far to go empty. And we need to deliver 30 logs to the town, and these carry 5 each. So if we go for 6 carriages, we'll go from Topolobampo East. I hope I'm saying that name right. It's a little bit of a mouthful, that one, but we'll go with it. So we'll start that one off and moving, and hopefully the demand comes through pretty quickly. We'll change the name as always. We'll go for RF for road freight, and this is going to be Topo Logs. There we go. The logs are already appearing at the side here. We speed up just to get through this early stage. Hopefully this will get into the next part of the mission pretty quickly. So I hope you're enjoying the series so far, guys. If you are, please let me know down in the comments below. If you'd like me to carry on into Chapter 2, then please do let me know. It doesn't seem like there's a great deal of interest in the campaign. I know the game's a couple of years old now, but I'm still enjoying playing through it. I've only ever done the whole of Chapter 1, so it'd be interesting for me to do it, but I don't want to be wasting my time uploading them to YouTube if you guys aren't too interested in watching them. I will be playing through them in my own time anyway, just to see what they're all about. But, so yeah, do let me know if there's any feedback or anything you'd like doing differently to speed them up a little bit, or anything like that. I'm always willing to take on your ideas and concerns. It helps me make better videos for you all at the end of the day. It looks like the first set of logs are about to roll through now. And we won't be waiting much longer. I do want to, as always, turn off those price. Like the costs for the vehicles, they do tend to get annoying to me. I don't mind the positive ones that are just on the time that the vehicles are delivering, but the constant red numbers coming up from all the vehicles as they're travelling around the map doesn't get on my nerves a little bit. Okay, and we're just waiting for this last wagon to unload and we should get the next mission.
The project is growing and thriving. Thanks to the high-quality materials, the buildings that have gone up look downright stately. The first settlers have moved in. Everyone is working busily to make the perfect society a reality. But a fulfilled life includes more than just work. Physical well-being, fun, and amusement are just as important. Make sure that the municipal facilities of Topolobampo are furnished with the necessary consumables. May health and a zest for life pave the way.
Okay, so it needs we need to click on the hospital or the hotel. So this one here is the hotel.
The city of the future will lure plenty of guests who want to marvel at this model of success with their own eyes. That's why the hotel should be fitted with only the finest furnishings. With stylish eating utensils, for example.
So 40 silver spoons need to be delivered from the hotel. So just from a quick look, it looks like the silver mine's at the top end here, Alfuerta. And that's going to have to be brought down to the spoon factory and then into town. And let's have a look at the
men and women
ones.
of the colony are strong and healthy. But in spite of that, if an emergency were to arise, it must be ensured that the surgical instruments at the hospital are guaranteed. A real streetcar, the kind they have in all the glamorous cities, would suit Topolobampo to a T. It would give the members of the community a chance to take a load off their feet.
Okay, so cut that one off for us then, guys. But it looks like what we do need to do is deliver 20 alcohol to the hospital as well. Now, alcohol, it looks like it's produced from cactus. So we need to get cactus from down at the side here, all the way up to the whiskey distillery, and then somehow into the town as well. So I think we'll start off getting the silver spoons down. That's going to be the easiest place to start. So we are going to need cargo station. We'll only need one track, I believe, as we're not getting the wood out yet. We'll start this up the top here. We'll put a 2-track station in coming down so we can carry on the route. Try and connect that to the end. And then we connect that track up. I mean, it looks like it's flat enough here to probably just do a direct link. We link that in. That's 75 all the way, and it's pretty smooth. And then what I'll do is bring another one all the way up here and just branch it in. Because I think what I want to do is then drop those spoons off maybe. Or actually maybe not yet, we'll see what happens with that. And then we might have to just put a piece of road in. Or if we get this station and we put a second street connection on it over this side. And then build a road, a nice straight road here, like so. We can then get a truck connection. We'll go for a slightly bigger connection. Square this up with the road. A nice rounded junction onto there. And then that truck stop should be able to be used again. So just so those trucks get moving now, I am going to get... We'll go for 4 carriages here, and I want a new line again. I want that to be filled up completely over here at the station, and to drop off at the hotel there. So it's going to be RF, it's going to be Topo, and I'm going to just call that Spoons. Now we need a train depot. So I'm going to put somewhere near where it looks like it's flattening out a little bit there. We'll put a signal on it so that they don't interrupt each other. And now we need to bring... I mean, money's no object here, we're on 48 minutes, so we might as well go for the fastest trains. We'll go for a mogul. And then we need to transfer silver ore Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, so what we need to do is add those gondola wagons. We'll go up to 56. We need a new line again. And again, we will go for a full load at the top end and dropping off at the factory there. This is going to be TF for train freight. And this is L Fuerte. Oh. That's the silver ore train. Okay, so he's now coming down. Silver ore's getting put on the station up there. That's fantastic. And before we do this whiskey one, I do want to have a look at this bonus task. A real streetcar, the kind of it would be... okay, so it wants us to have a streetcar, which is the trams, I believe.
But on no account should what the draft horses leave behind be allowed to end up in front of the town's prestigious buildings.
So first we're going to have to click the little magic wand here so we can upgrade the roads that are currently here. We're going to want medium street with electric tram track. And it wants us to do a route that goes through both of these red circles. It won't actually let us take one that way, okay. So what we'll do is take it down here. And then we'll put a little bit down there just so that we can have the tram depot on the end here. We're going to need some bus stops. One inside this red circle. That should do. One outside of it. Oh no, that one can't go there. We didn't put the tram track there. Nearly made a big mistake there. So we'll put this one on the corner here. Put one down here, why not? Okay, so the electric San Diego trolley. Will the streetcar and transport 10 people? Or is it this one that they want? Okay, so maybe it's not actually the electric one. Okay, well we'll go with 3 of these on this line to start with. We'll try that, so that is going to be tram, stopper. Let's see if that starts counting. If it doesn't, I'll tell you what, just in case it doesn't, we'll just stick one electric on there. Oh, that one's actually unavailable. Okay. See, so when that said preventing odours, it wants them without the horses. I automatically assumed it wanted electric, but that's obviously not correct at the minute. So that says, oh, I've completely messed this up, guys, actually. Hang on a minute. It says no stop by the hotel. I thought it actually wanted a stop by the hotel. So let me just fix that line now. So we don't want East Street. We want Jackson Street to College Street to Hickory Street. There we go. Yeah, so it's ticked those now. We just need to wait until we're carrying 10 people. Okay, so that's a waiting game now. I'm glad I caught that one nice and early. So how's this train looking up here? Is he still going for it back for his first load? Looks like, yes. He's going to pick up there. Hopefully he's got enough for a full load waiting. He hasn't yet, but it is counting down. And if that silver's 1-to-1, which it is, we'll set him off this time at 30 to keep things moving. That should fill all the vehicles we've got down there. And now we need to have a look at getting this whiskey set up. So what we need to look at is how to get
the streetcar is amazing, except that it doesn't stop where people want to go. And thanks to advanced technology, the line could run in the centre of town without horse manure lying around everywhere.
And now it wants me to put electric trains in, that's typical. Electric trams in even, sorry. So from here, we need to get over there. I think this is probably just going to be the best way, but we might need to move it back a little bit just to give us room to cross that river. We are going to need street connection, like so. Then let me go and swap those out. If I swap all of these for the electric trolleys. And then now it does want stops putting in. To the hotel. Well, I wonder if that stop's still got the hotel in. It has. And then if this one is still in catchment, it is. There we go. So that might still work anyway. We'll keep an eye on that and see if it is working.
Thanks to the miracle of electricity, now the streetcar can service all the important places. As if that weren't enough, with a pleasant fragrance too.
Right, what I want to do, guys, is just pull this back a little bit so we can keep at 75 mile an hour up. I don't think our trains at the minute are actually doing 75 anyway, but I'd like it to be as smooth as possible. Just feels right that way. 75, and that's not. I don't think it would be this difficult to get it to stay at 75, to be honest with you. That's surely going to do it now. On to 71 and 69. I'll tell you what, I'll take that because it's going to be slowing down coming into that station there anyway. So we'll go with that. And then this then needs to carry on out and across. We are going to need a little bridge. That bridge is going to take it down to 56. It does look nice. And we can't change them in the campaign here anyway, by the look of it, so luckily we get to keep that. I was in two minds then and about to change it, but... and then what I'll do here is, for this 4 train coming down, I'll change that over to the other platform. So these two don't interfere with each other. So let me just go and change the terminal of this one over to 2. So that's hopefully flicked that line so it swaps over. Perfect. And then we now need another train that's going to bring cargo. We need to bring the cactus up to the whiskey and then the whiskey on again. So luckily this can all be done in a boxcar. We'll go for 50 again. We'll have a new line from the cactus farm, which we do want to be full. And because the first load won't have any, we won't put load full on this guy. Come back here. But then we want to unload the whiskey and then we don't want to stop on the way back through. But would like it if on the way back we can change track. Get onto here and just bypass this station again. Try and keep the speed up as much as we can, and then blend in when we can do it at 75. I don't want this switch to really affect the speed too much. There we go. We're only going to run 1 train, so we won't bother with signals at the moment. There we go, that guy's now found his path. These guys are saying that they found it's deleted a... Ah, did I delete? I've deleted the truck stop here, haven't I? There we go, so these guys now should go from top of Alabama East down to this truck stop. The same with the spoons one. That's completely my fault there. There we go, now he's picking up his spoons. And then what we also need is a delivery space here. And we'll get some trucks on the line to bring the whiskey out. On a new line, we want to go from here where we want a full load. We want to drop that off at the hospital. I'll tell these guys to only load whiskey, unload nothing. Then at Smith Street we'll be unload everything. Perfect. So we didn't name this train line either. So this is TF for train freight. And we will put Topo Whiskey. And line 2 is going to be road freight. That's going to be Topo Whiskey. And the other thing to make sure is on this one, spoons line, we want to make sure that we are only loading the spoons up so it doesn't steal any of the whiskey off the other line. That way it'll all get to the places it's intended. So the hotel's now received 15 spoons. Sure, these are all queuing up with more here. Oh, that's more logs coming through. We're up to 20, but there's plenty of spoons here, so that's all going to work out. Just waiting on delivery there. Have we just dropped off any whiskey at all? Not yet. Let's have a look where the whiskey trucks are. It needs 20, so what I will do is just... Actually, no, we've got 4. We've got 4 vehicles that can carry 5 each. That'll fill 20 once the 20 comes in. So once this guy comes back down now, he should bring all that 33 in, and then it's just a case of shipping it into the town. Now this is set up, guys, I'll bring you back once we're just about to finish the deliveries.
Wonderful. The fundamental needs of the community are provided for. Even more is being produced than the colony needs for itself. To enable prosperity to multiply, the surpluses produced so diligently and with lots of enthusiasm ought to be exported. Earnings from the export trade would be helpful during this crucial phase because several investments to the benefit of one and all still lie ahead. Decide which commodity you want to export overseas for the benefit of society.
Okay, so which one do we want to go with? At the minute it looks like silver teaspoons might be the easier one just due to how short that route is between there. So we'll go for
silver spoons from the legendary silver mines in the Sierra Madre are going to be a major export hit.
It wants us to deliver 60 silver teaspoons down to here. So I think the easiest way of doing this is to just going to be to put in a terminal station, if we can squeeze one in here.
There are simply too many bachelors hanging around on the streets of Topolobampo. It's enormously detrimental to productivity. That's why you should see to it that their rambunctious ways are tamed. And what better way than the responsible task of starting a family?
Right, we'll deal with that one in a minute, guys. What I do want to just do is manage this vehicle. Now it can't carry the teaspoons at the minute, so what I'll do, I wanted to manage this vehicle. Let's edit this one. I'm going to add 3 box cars to the back of it. And then I'm going to edit that route. Say, after Topolobampo, I want it to add in the station here. That should deliver them to the port, so... This love story, let's have a look and see what this is.
When people get married, they have children. And then they become law-abiding and straight-laced. You ought to help out a bit on the subject of romance, so that it won't be long before wedding bells are ringing.
Romantic viewing platform up here. Bring 10 people here. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Of course, it's not already connected. It wants us to connect into here. Ooh, I don't know about that though. Right, okay. So if we drag this all the way down to the town, we're going to have to come off the main road here somewhere. I don't want tram track. If I just built tram track all the way down there, I have. I don't want that. Need a nice little rail crossing. That'll do nicely. And it looks like so we've got the bus stop up there. And I think we'll get a separate one here that isn't going to get caught in the traffic that's already there. Go for a new route. From this side of the road up to here. And that's going to be RP for road passengers. And that's the romantic viewing platform. So we'll call this the romantic tour. I'll do. Okay, and then I want passenger carriages. We don't actually have passenger carriages. So to bring people there, I'm going to have to upgrade all that road to be tram line. So it needs to go all the way out of the town here. Oh, I've just made a big mistake there. I've upgraded that to country road. I did not mean to do that. Okay, and then from here I can go to country road. Has that gone all the way up? It has. Perfect. Okay, so then we need an electric one. We'll go for 5 because why not? Money's no issue. Oh, I did just put all of those on the wrong line, didn't I? Oh dear, today's not a good day, guys, I have to say. There was 5 of them. We want those on the romantic tour. What threw me there was the name because we were going to have buses on it. It's RP. So we need to change that over to tram as well. And that now should make sure we have people on each line. Hopefully it'll get some people up there. Now this station I put in is in range of this port, so hopefully we see some demand here. There we go. There's 4 spoons waiting now. And the other thing was it wants me to plant some trees at the top here. So if we go into scenery, assets, we'll try and get some similar kinds of trees. These acacia trees. Oh, that's done 10. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. We'll put it in the middle of a woodland. Why not? Is anybody on this trolley? No. I have seen a mod advertised recently, guys, as well for cargo trams, which looks like it could be a bit of fun. I was wondering what the possibilities of doing a sort of tram-only series would be. Obviously, we already can do passenger trams. And as you get into the late 2000s or whatever, there's some really good mods for the modern day ones. I don't know if the cargo trams go that far. It's something I'll have to have a look into, but I think that could be a good idea for maybe just a small map as a few episodes. But it'd be cool to see some of the different cargo trams. Is the word I'm looking for. Has that train even made a delivery yet down here? It doesn't look like it has. I think it's... of course. Now what's happened here is I told this train originally to wait for a full load up here. It can't do that anymore. Because it's now got the carriages on that carries teaspoons. It isn't going to get any spoons up here. So... that was my fault there. That train's been sitting up there waiting to fill these back 3 carriages for God only knows how long. What I'm going to do, because it won't really matter yet, there's no point in just taking 4 spoons down, so I'll reverse this around here, take this back up. Or is it not going to let me do that? I want to go all the way up to L30. There we go. I'll get another load now of silver ore and bring that down, make more spoons. What we may have to do is actually get rid of this spoons line now. I tell all these vehicles to go and be sold. Now this is simply because it's still redirecting all the spoons onto the platform here when we want them coming the other way now. I'm going to get rid of that red line. They should all now move over. Or I would have thought they'd all move over, but Every spoon that's produced by the factory now should come onto this platform, which means we'll just get more and complete this mission quicker. Have we got anybody on these trams going uphill? These are going very slowly up this hill. 2 miles per hour. They are quite cool, these trams though. You can imagine living back in these days and seeing these going up and down the street when it used to be horses. You can imagine it being a bit sort of space age. They're already called rusting through. But they're doing the job, getting people up the hills. There's 3 people on that one on that one, that's 4. So now hopefully we've got a few people waiting at this stop to go back up. We have got 22, so just to speed that up a little bit, stick another 3 on there as well. And hopefully they're all going to Hickory Street first. Not, but now he is. Now he is. There we go. That should speed that up a little bit. We can see 21 spoons got delivered down here. It's 33 there. If this can get up to 49, I'm not sure if it will. Could do actually. If it can get up to 49 at the station here, then I could just turn this train around and it'll complete that mission for us, but we'll just let it run for now. We need to wait for these people to be brought up here anyway, so I'll put in another little cut here, guys. Now we know everything is getting delivered, it's just a waiting game, so we'll just wait for this train to get in at the bottom, or for the trams full of people to come up, whichever comes first, and I'll bring you guys in with the next section. Okay guys, it looks like both of the objectives are going to be completed at about the same time, so when this train drops off, the last batch of the spoon should be getting delivered to the port down here.
Fantastic. The export love was short-lived. The brand new parents are constantly getting in each other's hair. And there's no end to the children's hollering and crying. In comparison, those bachelors hanging around were actually pretty harmless. Fantastic. The export business is on target. Only very few prefer looking for quarrels and being idle. It's no loss when they leave town. But maybe precaution should be taken that others don't do the same. More exports mean more prosperity too. And as a result, more satisfaction for the whole colony so that nobody else will want to move away. The increase in exporting silver spoons requires more silver. And all that requires is to dig deeper. The tunnel can be stabilized with logs, a tried and true method from the Wild West.
Okay, so as you can see, both of those did actually complete then as well, guys. So now it wants us to deliver logs from the forest over to this mine, which shouldn't be an issue at all. I think if we just drag, say that, just as it absolutely doesn't want to do it.
Instead of using all the alcohol solely for medical purposes, special guests could be served a small glass of it too. As they say in Mexico, liquor doesn't hit the spot unless there's a worm in it. Set off to find the tangy critters that spend their days underground.
Seems a bit of a waste to do that, to be honest. I think we need to find a place where we can get a nice little level crossing over the railway here. There we go. That makes a bit more sense. And then if we can get straight in on at that junction that's already made down here. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is to change this after Top Alabama East. We need to put the truck stop down first, of course. So, after the actual forest, we want to drop off here, and then I'm going to cancel the 8th Street. We don't need to be delivering wood into the town anymore. That'll just automatically start going to there instead, and then we'll have a look at this bonus task.
The tasty worms can't be found just anywhere. A Mexican market vendor, Senora, thinks there might be a good chance of nabbing some halfway between the forest and the sawmill, if you hurry.
Highlighted area south of the forest. Which way is south? It's always something I've wondered this game, you can never tell where's south. I'm guessing that's the highlighted area, so this must be south of the forest. If we dig, so if we get the landscaping tool out and we go down, brush size up.
Our informer is certain they were still here a moment ago, but the worms seem to have disappeared just as fast. Give it another try on the riverbank near town.
Riverbank near town. Ah, here we go.
Nothing doing. Again. They must truly be the speediest worms in all of Mexico. Maybe you'll have more luck at the seaside by one of the many bays.
Ah, there it is over there.
Ay, 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 you've finally caught them, the speediest worms in Mexico.
So there we go, guys. It actually looks like that was the third and final.
The people prospected too greedily and too deep. Who knows what they aroused in the darkness? In any case, the shaft caved in. Oh my. Despite all your efforts, Topolobampo goes under in a sorry state. Maybe the human race simply isn't ready yet for a life in paradise. So that ideally no one will ever be reminded of this sad episode in the history of mankind, it seems like a good idea to erase any traces of this experiment. It's the only way to enable future generations to start all over again. The remaining stocks of the manufactured goods shouldn't go to waste. The Mexican population is grateful for those kinds of handouts, and you don't end up with nothing to show for it.
We sell 90 remaining stocks at the warehouse in Alfuerte. So we need to sell 90 things here. Okay. So we get this whiskey line to not go into Topolobampo anymore. Stop the cactus here, the whiskey will be made, and then if we set up a truck route from here with a road depot, we'll get a truck stop outside. That should let us set up a new line from this truck stop to this truck stop, and we want a full load over at this end. This is going to be RF Alfuerte whiskey. And from that new road depot we will buy, I don't know, say 5 trucks. That should bring that demand in. Yep, there we go, we're already producing. Perfect. 5 trucks, that's 25 each time. If I stick one more truck on there, it'll give us 30. Those guys have got to do the loop 3 times. Just from there to there, and that should be that one complete. So yeah, it looks like we've done all 3 bonus tasks. You normally get 5 mission tasks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this may be the last mission, but there's normally multiple stages to each of the main missions. So I'm sure there'll be something else after this 90. But it sounds like we're pulling out of the area because it hasn't been successful. Here we go, guys, here's the last load. It takes a while to unload these horse and carriages there.
See to it that no one notices you are ever here. It's the only way to enable more advanced generations to venture a completely new start in the future.
It wants me to erase the fact that we were ever here. So we don't want any tram tracks at all.
Oh well, goodbye, you paradise by the Pacific, never to be seen again. You did your best, but the time wasn't ripe for your path-breaking ideas. What a pity. May the children of the future encounter more fertile conditions for establishing the free and fair community of the future.
Just in case any of you guys get stuck on that, towards the end there I was really struggling to get the percentage up for that last mission. All I had to do at the end is get the bulldozer out and just start deleting every single building in the town, and that started boosting it up, and the quicker you could do it, the quicker the percentage went up. So there you go, if anyone's stuck there, just delete every single building in the town. So all that's left for me to say, guys, is thanks a lot for joining me for another video again. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to carry on watching the series. The next one should be coming along shortly. If you've any advice or any tips on how best I can improve the series, please let me know in the comments below, and enjoy the rest of your day.
I guess it wasn't meant to